Okay, so if you have the unfortunate happen to you and this is why I tie between 2 and 3 knots. Sometimes they pop off, and this looks like 1. Why would I have only tied 1 knot? Oh, I must have been in a hurry. Okay, so the key is to stay calm. For reals. Stay calm. And I was lucky enough to catch my thread. I felt it pop, and I seen where it was, and I kept my thumb on it. And I was able to tie off. See, this is the bottom of what we just did. I was able to, with one hand, tie it off. Okay, I'm gonna leave this long because I wanna go back and keep going and tie it off again and run it in through here and tie it off again so this doesn't happen. Say a kid pulls it off of the tree or something, you know? So what you're gonna have to do is take a deep breath and find where your pattern broke. And I lost a whole string. So what I have to do is let the beads fall, right? So you just lost that pattern. Okay, you're fine. Find out where you can, and I'm just gonna tie it off next to my biggest bead because this thread is so short. I don't really have time to rethread my needle and, you know, string it through. So I'm gonna hold it down, and I'm gonna bring this thread around and tie it. Around and tie it. I'm gonna do it, let's do it twice and see if I can get a needle on there. Oh, you know, I'm not gonna be able to get a needle on there. So let's just tie it as many times as I can. I'm gonna say twice. Maybe 3 times. Maybe it'll give me 3 knots. Let's see. Okay. One. But I'm not doing the knot yet. I'm wrapping it around the thread that's in there already. Okay. And don't really worry about it being tight enough, because once I get this to where it's not gonna unravel anymore, I'm gonna needle and thread it and really get it sturdy. I just don't wanna lose any more beads of the work that we've already done, which I might have to if I'm being realistic. How am I gonna do that? It's too short. So let's see. Is it gonna kill me to lose 1 more string? Well, good news. It does it. I've already tied it right there. Wow. So let's get a new thread. It already has a knot. See, this knot stopped it right there. So I can't even really tie another knot right there. Good news. So let me get some more thread on a needle. I'm sorry this happened. Well, maybe I shouldn't even be sorry, because you get to see how to fix, because it's bound to happen. This happened to me a couple times. but never while I was filming. So that's kind of interesting. You guys get to see how to fix it. Rethread. I think it would have been worse if it was with smaller beads. Okay. Do my 2 knots. And now I want this string wants to be connected to this center bead. So it looks like, let me count how many beads I lost off of there. It wants to look like this. So you got the center bead, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 scattered. So that stayed on here was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I just need one more dark bead to match up to there. So I'm gonna go in through here, this big bead. Looks like it can take it, right? No, there's already knot work in there. So I'll go in through a dark. There's already knots in there, so it's kind of stiff. Okay, repair job. You got your new thread. You need one more dark. Is that it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So I got that on there. This is the center bead it wants to be connected to, so go through there. Okay. Now you're going to want to secure it. But I think the only way that you can really secure that is to keep, now you want to fix your line that you totally lost. And that was going through the bottom of this flower. We lost this whole thing. So you're going to want to duplicate it. Let's tie this just to hold it while you're working. Okay. just to hold it for a few minutes. Then, what did I say, 9? Now, you're gonna want to basically repeat, copy this line that you just did because it wants to go there. So you got the 9 mixed and 4 straight, plain. So, and it's starting off with a dark. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Oops, what I did. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 4 plain ones. One, 2, 3, and 4. And that's probably the upside of changing your thread so much, because if that was all one string, oh, we would have been up the creek, because it would have just kept going, but it stopped at the knot. So perfect example of why I use arm length. Okay, then you're going to want to bring it up to where it wanted to be, the bottom bead, right? And I'm going to bring it up instead of down. So I'm going back up the bulb. My frame. Okay. Make sure you don't get tangled along the way. And there you go. You saved it. Saved your work. Finished your little, phew. Okay, so now it's gonna tighten back up as you're feeding the thread back up, tracing your steps. And it'll make your little bead lines tighter anyway. So just keep going till you're comfortable, till your heart stops pounding so hard. Because it is scary when you think you lost that much work. There must be a knot in there because it's pretty tough. It doesn't want to go through. There you go. Okay, now I'm gonna go back up through the big bead, go back up the other way. There, it's calming down. There you go. All right, we fixed it. And you got it finished off at the bottom. So we're gonna tighten this up down here, But first, we're gonna fix this issue so it doesn't pop off again. Okay. I'm gonna tie it off up here. Can we keep going? Feels like there's another thread in there. And you don't necessarily have to stop at the dark beads. I just like to because it's easier to hide the knots when you're using darker thread. It's really easier to hide them in the bigger beads. So I'm gonna stop right here for video sake so I can stop it. I know it's hard for people to watch 20-minute videos. My attention span personally ends about 15 minutes. Okay, so now that I'm here, I don't know if you could see. There you go. Now that I'm here, I'm gonna tie it off. Get that knot. Okay. And can I keep going down? Well, no, I want to finish off the bottoms so you guys can be done. Okay, I'm going to cut it here. No, I want to make one more knot because now I'm paranoid. So I'm going to come this way and I'm going to tie it once more. There you go. I want to go up one more. Look, it's letting me go up one more. So I am going to keep going. There was only one thread through this string of beads, so it's going through really easy. Which really is a good idea to go ahead and run through again your single threads. There you go. I'm going to stop right there. Okay, now I'm going to tie it off. One knot. I'm only going to do 2 knots since I have 2 knots down here also. Feels pretty safe. Okay, 2 knots. Cut it. And let's see, now that we have it together, and everything's staying firm, threads aren't showing. That's where we finished off, and you got your circle at the very bottom. And this is where we broke. So I'm gonna see if I can't tie one more knot in there. I'm gonna do it this way where I know there's no knots. Can I get you under? Under the beads. Ooh, and it's hard when your thread isn't that long anyway. What's that? Glitter. Okay. Through there. There you go. There's another knot. No. Acting up. The this thread is acting up today. It wants to be used for teaching purposes, how to keep calm in beading emergency situations. Okay. Now this is going to be the last knot. There you go. There you go. Now that's really knotted in there. Cut it. Okay. And we're done. Let's see. I promise these are glitters and not cookie crumbs. All right, so we finished this bulb in 11 steps, 12 if you count the fixing of the broken thread. Now on the bottom, let me show you. See how you can see that little thread right here? If you want to keep going, get my needle back in. Let me put my needle in again. And it really is not going to show once you get it hanging up, you know, and your beads are going to start to settle. And then you look under there and it's fully circled again. See? I don't know if you can see that. Now you can't see the threads unless you start turning it. And then there's that little loose spot right there. So we're going to fix that. Get my needle back on. Okay. Where are we? All right, I'm just going to keep going and it'll start tightening up and it'll pull the beads closer together. Okay, so there you go. Now I'm going to go this way and probably this way. Let's see how the thread wants to move. There you go. There, it pulled itself tight. And I'm gonna go up. See, I only had one thread there, so that's why it didn't pull itself tight. With the 2 and 3 threads, it really pulls itself together. There you go. Now I'm gonna go up. There. See, now it's all tight and you can't see the thread. I'm gonna go up through these 2 beads and I'm gonna tie it off in this big one right here. And we're done and ready to gift wrap this or display it on your tree. I'm gonna go ahead and tie it double knot. There you go. Can I keep going? Is there a knot there? 1. Gonna tie it in through here. There you go. there I keep going. Yes, because now I have PTSD and I don't want it to unwrap again. So I'm just going to keep going till I can't go anymore with my little thread, which really isn't that much further. There you go. It spoke for me and it pulled itself off the needle. So now I'm going to tie it off right here between those two needle beads. And we are done. I hope this helped you guys, and I hope you love doing these as much as I do. And make a full set or just the single ones. My husband likes the multicolored trees, and I always liked the monoclimatic, like the whole same color trees. And since we've been together, it's been so fun mixing the colors and just having, you know, the festive trees. This will probably go on my spring tree though. And there you have it. The perfect beaded bulb with a little bit of